Hi folks, welcome back to another episode of the Single Dad's Cookbook. Today we're going to be making
honey and garlic pork. So this is a dish it's been requested for. JB asked for some pork chops. Now I've got a bit of a weird relationship with pork. Growing up, we had pork in our household quite a lot. So much so that I think it put me off as an adult. So I've not had pork chops or these pork loins, pork steaks, whatever you want to call them, for a long time. A long time, to be honest. And this is just my way of sort of easing myself back into it. So what I've got here is I'm just taking off the excess fat and I'm just trimming these steaks up. The reason for it is I don't want any big gristly bits of fat in this dish. So got them there. I've done a bit of butchering. All I'm going to do now is salt and pepper them on each side. While I'm doing that, I just want to say welcome to the channel if you're new, or welcome back if you've been here before. If you like what you see, please think about subscribing. It costs you absolutely nothing, but it means the world to me. And if you could comment down below as well what you want to see next, and I am keeping a list and I'm trying to tick them off as I go. But as you see there, just salt and pepper. Now I've got them in a pan and I'm just going to cook them until they're done, basically, or just about done. Now I like a little bit of colour on mine, so I'm just going to flip these back over and cook them. Now some of these pork chops, because it is a cheaper cut of meat, I think the 4 of these were £3. I think they were in a deal at the local supermarket where I got 8 for maybe £3.50, £4. There is a lot of water in them. They've just been pumped up, so you've got to boil that off, that water, and get a bit of colour on them. Once you're happy with it being cooked and you start seeing the colour on them there, just going to take them out of the pan. Now you want to keep that pan nice and hot, and you want to pop in there a knob of butter. Now this bit of butter was far too big, so once I got it going, I actually removed about half of it. You only need about half of that. Then once you've got that going and it's melted, so just give it around the pan. You want to get all those juices. You can see there it was only about half of that and it's starting to foam. I'm adding in some chopped garlic. You can, by all means, if you've got the jarry lazy garlic or whatever you've got, minced garlic, however you want it, you can put it in here. What would be nice after finishing this dish, a little bit of chilli through it, just as a little bit of background heat, so you've got the sweetness of the honey and then the heat of the chilli. That would be really, really nice. Into here I'm now adding in probably 3 to 4 dessert spoons of natural honey. So, and I'm just going to let that cook through, give it a mix, and what you want to do is you want to just give that a mix and let it start to foam, so it's starting to caramelize, and you want to start getting those sugars bubbling away. So give it a bit of a go, and you just want to, I'm just incorporating the garlic into the honey and the butter mixture. Then what we're going to do, once we're happy with that, you can see it starting to foam up pretty much straight away. So once we've got that going, we're going to add in a splash of chicken stock. Now I'm probably going to add in here, you can see there, probably a 1/4 of a cup of chicken stock. All I'm going to do now is I'm just going to keep an eye on this, and I'm going to let it reduce. I'm going to let it change colour. I'm going to let it thicken up in the pan. So you can see here it's reduced, it's foaming away, nothing wrong with that. I'm just doing this just to show you the change, and you can see the change in the colour. It's getting a bit darker. You can let this run even more let it get even darker. As you can see there, it's getting darker. You can see it's starting to part, and it's sort of holding itself whilst I'm circulating the pan. At this stage, you want to add back in the pork, because we're just going to finish it and bring the pork back up to temperature in this pan. And we're going to let it just keep going, and we're going to coat it, and we're going to let that become sticky over the pork. So we're just going to keep an eye on that. At this stage, you do have to keep an eye on it, because if you don't, it will be liable to burn. So you've just got to keep your wits on it. And you can see there, just covering the pork in the sauce. Just flip them and just keep them going. And then once you're happy with it's all done, all we're going to do is we're going to plate this up. This can be had with salad, it can be had with rice, it can be had with noodles. You could top it on a stir fry, however you want it. Guys, I hope you're looking after yourselves out there and each other. Okay, this time we all need to stick together, and meals like this is a beautiful cheap alternative to take away. And I know it's a bit sweet, but honestly it was absolutely stunning. Bit of that sauce over the top there, look, it's just cooling down and becoming sticky, and it is honestly delicious. From my family to yours, thanks very much for watching. Take care of yourselves and each other. Single Dad signing off.